Greetings, infidels! F-Man Critic's back, and happy 4th of July! Today, I thought on this very special day, I review a very special movie. Well, it's more of a special, but still, it's Ockman Saves America. And let me be honest with you, I am a huge fan of Jeff Dahmer's and his puppets, you know? Oh, but my favorite one was Ockman, the Dead Terrorist. What happens in this movie? Well, apparently Ockman joins America and joins an American family and becomes a symbol of it. Instead of blowing it up or doing any sort of terrorist thing, he actually, adapts and not becomes a terrorist or something like that. The thing begins with Jeff Dahmer's and Ockman and talking what would Ockman do if he was a cartoon. And then they meet up with Tinker Baba, who turns him into an animated version of himself. For his new movie, Ockman Saves America. It starts off with Ockman before he became a dead terrorist, ready to blow up something. Then his boss calls, telling him that he's the worst terrorist in the whole world. And then, they have a conversation saying that he will get it right this time. But the bomb blows up, turning him into the lovable skeleton we all know he is. And because of that, he accidentally got lifted up by a giant bird, and then goes around the entire country before he ends up in Americaville. Then he accidentally gets a hit and run with the Wilsons, a family who went to the airport to pick up this French kid named Claude. But they accidentally never got him. How did that even happen anyway? But then they kind of mistaken Ockman as the French kid named Claude. And then Ockman writes in his diary that he's planning to explode these people who have been so nice to him, known as the Wilsons. He makes a giant bomb. He has a conversation with the kid named Kevin, who hates him apparently because he thinks his parents only brought him here just to make him look bad. And he reveals that he has a deep, dark secret that he never reveals his parents. What's his secret? Does he wish to lay in the same in bed with a boy of his that's the same gender as him? No, he's not gay. He apparently wants to be a ventriloquist. And I kind of like this joke that Ockman says, "It's the stupidest thing he ever heard." And he looks into the camera and says, "Who would pay to see anyone do that crap?" Even though we all know that's what Jeff Dahmer's do. And then Cassidy comes back, saying that she broke up with her previous boyfriend. And then she basically does what any teenage girl would say at that age. Basically, the only characters I find bland in this movie, the only characters I find a little meh, was Kevin and Jenny or Cassidy. I don't know. I forgot her name. And that's how forgettable they are. They say the most blandest things. They do the most blandest things that basically anyone at their age would do. Cassidy's always like I'm missing the mall and my life's like totally over. Even after when Ockman denies that she doesn't have, that her parents think that she has bad taste in guys, she immediately makes out with him and then calls him her boyfriend. And and Kevin, I understand the whole follow your dream thing. I'm a huge guy who inspires people to follow their dreams. I'm happy that he manages to become a ventriloquist at the end of the movie, but he's so bland and so forgettable. Oh, he hates Ockman or Claude or whatever because he thinks his parents already brought him there to make him look bad, Oh, and it's just honestly, and he's the one who kind of rats Ockman out saying he was a terrorist. Yes, whatever. He was planning to blow up the parade because Ockman just arrived for the town's 100th anniversary celebration. He did want to blow up the entire parade, but after when he hears this singer singing so beautifully, he has a change of heart and feels guilty what he's about to do. The town just welcomes him. He says they are the best infidels ever. He loves the country now. Rise to America! And he manages to get rid of the bomb, but he kind of got into a coma a little bit. It ended up on the news, and then he sings a song about how he was wrong, about blowing up the country, and he becomes like a symbol of America. He becomes of the Wilson's family. They go on crazy trips together. He does pottery. He goes hunting with one of their neighbors. They even go Halloween. Even Bill keeps gnawing on his bone. Yeah, there's a constant joke in the movie that the dog keeps gnawing on his bone, which is funny because, Ockman is a skeleton. And, and they do Thanksgiving. So wait, has Ockman been in America for like a year now? Kind of a weird time jump. Whatever, he's now the symbol of the town. And just when things can't be ruined, his old boss friend kind of ruins the moment, saying Ockman's real name isn't Clothes. Ockman's name is Ockman, and he is a terrorist and all that stuff. And after trying to convince him he's not a terrorist, he does his famous line, which is "Silence, I kill you." When he threatens the town he would kill him because, he kind of just got all, stressed out. The FBI kind of shows up and, Ockman manages to escape America. But he realizes, due to the fact that the Wilsons they had no idea that they were harvesting a terrorist, as they were going to get transported to his hometown or something like that. Or was it a prison? I don't know. Whatever. Ockman was going to plan to stay in his hometown, but when he realizes what the Wilsons are going to go through, he decides to go back. His boss tells him he shouldn't, but after telling him about the restaurant they went to, he has sort of a change of heart. They go back. It's turban time. The Wilsons are going to be screwed. They have the time of their lives in that restaurant place. Honestly, it does look like an awesome restaurant, but they get caught when when the people in that restaurant find out that they're the terrorists. They manage to hide away in a junkyard where apparently this is the same movie where Ockman makes the Ockman mobile. He manages to lose his hand after high-fiving his friend, but don't worry, he's got the Obamacare. Anyway, he manages to save the family, but, he nearly gets blown up and stuff. How is he not dead? Because the American dream burns within him, even though it's a piece of frack But he understands. And everyone makes an inspiring speech about, how, point is, it's a really touching moment about how anyone can be an American, how he's no longer a terrorist, no longer a threat. I mean, it's not the Wilsons' fault. They didn't know he was a terrorist, Whatever, we get a little time jump where apparently Mrs. Wilson is going to become mayor, which she is. She's doing fine. Mr. Wilson is using the Ockman mobile idea and making billions. He's doing well. Kevin, he's doing well as his ventriloquist. Jenny managed to go with the real Claude this time. And Ockman gets to use his explosive skills, where he can still do explosives, but at the same time make people happy. And every once in a while, they go to that awesome restaurant where Ockman meets up with his old friend, and they have a nice dinner together. And apparently 2 neighbors who previously hated each other now love each other. That's sweet. And they become like one big happy family. That's adorable. Well, the movie ends really nice with, everyone saying goodnight to each other, and that's the end of the movie. Is it perfect? Hell yes. It's a perfect representation of America and Ockman. And I tell you, I loved Ockman, the dead terrorist, when I was little. I used to say, "Shut up, silence, or I kill you." I used to say that all the time. It was fun. I loved being Ockman, the dead terrorist. I know terrorism isn't awesome and all, because, terrorists are terrorists, but come on, Ockman's a hoot. Anyway, Wait, the movie's really awesome. I give it a 10 out of 10, even with a few of its bland characters, as it still has a good message, and I still love the movie, you know? It's a perfect movie to watch during this awesome holiday of the day we celebrate our independence. And although I may be British, I consider myself an American. Because if Ockman can become American, why can't I? Anyway, this review shout out goes to Jeff Dahmer's YouTube channel. Apparently, Jeff Dahmer's made his own channel, and it's awesome. Who doesn't love this guy? He is a god with puppets. What he does with those dummies is freaking amazing. This guy was born to play with these puppets, make people laugh their asses out loud. My favorite one is Aquaman. Yeah, I know, big surprise, but it's true. Ooh. Watch his channel, watch all of his videos. If you're a huge fan of Jeff Dahmer's, this movie's for you. And if you're especially a huge Ockman the Dead Terrorist fan, this movie's also for you. And if you're a huge American fan, this movie is also for you. Anyway, like, subscribe, hit notification. And if you don't, I'll kill you.